So how did today go? Um, yeah, it was, well, first of all, I went on automatic pilot to the Royal Free instead of Finchley Memorial. Um, got to about Finchley Road and thought, no, this is not where I'm supposed to be. So I had to turn around and go back. But still made it 2 minutes before my appointment date. For those who like to say I'm always late. Still didn't start me for about 40 minutes. And then we had the chat about the district nurses and when my bottle would be taken off. Here's my bottle. So this time, because I reacted last time to the Inirig, whatever it's called, they will henceforward give me the antidote before giving me the drug, so I don't have to go through what I went through last time. So that was good. The infusions themselves are fine. However, I got a phone call at some part, halfway through the appointment, from my district nurses, who said, no, we're not going to come to your house and remove the chemo bottle. You have to come in to the hospital, to your local hospital, and get it done. To which I immediately blew up and went, that's totally unacceptable. I will be talking to the Daily Mail. Hang up. So I rang my clinical lead first, who has an email in black, so it's in black and white, from the district nursing service saying yes, they will be providing the removal of my bottle on the 28th. And I had a phone call from the district nurses maybe a week before that, confirming that I would be getting my bottle removed. But I don't know if I put this woman's name in, but I think I did. She called me and she's confirming no, it's not going to happen. So I also rang my GP surgery and said to them, sort it out. There is a difference between Lytton and Dunstable. Dunstable will do it. They will send the district nurse. But I don't live there. I'm in the next borough. So although the council is Luton and Dunstable Borough Council, Dunstable will do it, Luton won't. Luton don't want to spend the money. They know, the district nurses know it's a crap decision. They're working on it. I think we'll need to give them a bit of a push. So I will be taking it to local newspapers and national, getting involved, because that's just out of order. But I still believe that my clinical lead and my doctor are on the case. So I can listen to this lady that spoke to me today as long as I like. But until those two people tell me, well, you're going to have to go into the hospital this time, June, but we'll try and sort it out. I expect somebody to try and sort it out for next time. I don't expect this to be a permanent solution. So, yeah. So I've been a bit, and I got this phone calls from the district. Oh, there's been a flurry of calls. Well, good. That's because I said the word Daily Mail. Anyway. So that wasn't great, that part of it. Because what if I'm not feeling great on the 28th? This is, I'm struggling on two things, really. There's probably, I haven't spoken about this yet. I'm struggling on two things. I'm struggling on the creon that I have to eat with every single meal, just to remember it. And there's no point going, why can't you remember it? Because apparently this is a common thing amongst patients such as myself. It is a struggle. The dietitian gave me labels to put up. They were such rubbish labels, it was ridiculous. So I shall have my printer do something a lot more sensible, because to tell the truth, even now I can't tell you what's written on those stupid labels. There's so many lines of writing on a tiny little label on dark brown. Mad. Nobody thought that one out, did they? Anyway, but even when I take it, it's not reacting in the way I expect. So my first indication was after the last infusion, and I did say when I came home and had that surprise party that I had a bad night. So that was the first of the bad experiences. I've had negative experiences, not necessarily bad, not bad, just negative. It's not behaving in the same way as it did under the gemcitabine. Even if I eat 3 of them, the 25,000s, for a full meal, that the output is not as expected. You just expect to be normal, but you're made very aware that there's an issue here, and that your stomach's having to work through a completely new relocated bile duct system, and this, that, and the other, and that part of your stomach, pancreas, and bowel are missing. That is so much more obvious under this 3-drug regime. And I don't, and wind, good grief. I was in Selfridges today, trying to contain myself. I came home. It's a very odd wind. It wasn't even the negative. Well, it did come from the back, but it wasn't that. It wasn't that. It was It was just like, here's some wind we need to get rid of. It was just wind. There was no aroma, and I don't really know where it came from, because it was kind of, I don't know. It was the oddest thing. So that's one thing. When I saw the oncologist on Friday, Friday, she said, I think we can up the dosage of the one that gives you the pins and needles. I don't know why. I thought I was on maximum strength. But she said, no, we're going to give you a bit more of the pins and needles. And that has manifested itself. I always had pins and needles from when I was diabetic, which I no longer am. So I'm feeling pins but it was always in the left foot, but I'm feeling them in the right foot and maybe a little bit all over. So I don't know if that's going to, oh God. Geez, at the end of 6 months of this, or 5 months of this, God knows what that's going to feel like. But I need to psychologically talk my brain into looking at each dose as a toleration rather than cumulative. Anyway, so that's thing 2, and I've talked myself out of thing 3. Basically, I don't know what that was. I was going to talk to you about. Or maybe I'll have to make a B video, and this will have to be A. But yeah, so there are, there's a district nurse, there's the, I don't know, maybe I need to try another version of this pancreatic enzymes instead of the Creon. Yeah, I may have to suggest that. Oh, I've remembered what the 3rd thing was. I loathe, it's the worst thing in the world, feeling nausea. And so they give you 3 days worth of steroids to combat the nausea. And I don't want to take it. So I think what I'm going to do when I wake up is not take it. And I think what I'll do, they give me steroids before I start chemo each time. So I will take that dose, but I will not take the doses that I'm supposed to take on the following 2 days. I'm going to try that out this time and see how that works. Or should it? No. Okay. No. What I'll do, I won't just stop like that. I will reduce. So I'll take half of what they give me. And if I cope with that okay, then next time I won't take it at all. Because I really don't, as little drugs as I can take. I mean, gee, they're sitting there killing off every drug cell, or sorry, every cell in my body. So why do I want to take even more drugs on top of that? And plus the other thing is that these drugs, these steroids push up your sugars. And now that I'm no longer diabetic, I do not wish to be considered diabetic again, because these drugs have had a negative effect on me. And so I'll take half this time. If that works, I won't take them at all next time, except for the dose on the day of chemo. Because what me and my oncologist decided was it's not really worth informing the diabetic consultant about my raised sugar levels, because they're only literally raised for the days that I take the anti-sickness drugs. So if I don't take them for 3 days and only take them for 1 day, I will only have that horrible rise in my sugars for 1 day. And I'd kill anybody who wanted to stab me with insulin for a 1 day sugar raise. So yeah, so I'm not going back down that road. So this seems to me the best route to ensure that I don't go back that road. Just have 1 day of raised sugars and that's it, because I'm completely fine the rest of the time. So now I've remembered everything. So yeah, that's it. So I went through my infusion. I still forgot to eat my Creole. While I was eating away during my infusion, I still forgot the Creole. That's what you have to do to get me to remember it. Bev says she's going to make me a t-shirt with "Take Your Creole" on. Oh dear. My printer's doing me labels. I don't know what else to do. Anyway, I think I've caught up now. I don't know what day this is. I'll have to work it out. Oh yes, it's a continuation because I've done 3 other videos today. Well, yesterday as they are now. For when I was actually in the hospital. So, yeah. I don't look great, do I? Just wait till I take these plaits out. Jesus, then you'll see how bad I look. I don't know. I just think I need to take the pressure off my hair. So, they're coming out this week. Then it won't be pretty at all. But anyway, I finished chatting. This is a long one. Sorry about that. I was just catching up. And if I have any more plans to be naughty, I'll let you know. Bye.